Today we will do a Django setup with the help of PostgreSQL. So for that we need to install this PostgreSQL. If you search PostgreSQL download, we'll get this link postgresql.org/download. If you come here, you can choose what package you want to install. So for me, I want to install Windows. Okay, so with this Windows installer, I can click on this link, download the installer. Okay, and then I'll come to this page. So here I have to decide what version I want. So this latest version I have installed for this Windows 64-bit. So once you click on download, you will get an executable. Run the installer, and while running the installer, it will ask for a password creation. So you have to create a password and keep that password handy. Once the installation is done, we will open pgadmin. This is a pgadmin opened. Now we have one database by default. So now we will create one more database to work with our Django app. It will take some time to load. I want to create a new database here. Okay, so it has opened this window. So I'll give it a name, library, and we'll give some description, demo or Django, and we will create this database. Okay, it is created. Now it will take some time to connect. It is giving this cross sign. Okay, once database is connected, then we will go to our Windows and we'll start working on our Django app. So before we proceed, we need to have Python and pip installed. Python version. I have a Python 3.8.1 and also I need pip. Okay, so I have both Python and pip. Now what I need to do is I have to create a virtual environment. So we'll use a command python m env and give it a name. I'll call it as sandbox. You can name whatever you want. It will take some time to create the virtual environment. Okay, once this is done, what we have to do is we have to activate this environment. So for that, I'll go inside sandbox. There is one folder called scripts, and inside that there is one bat file called activate. Once I activate, I'll get this sandbox dialog. That means I'm inside this sandbox. In this sandbox, I'll work on my Django app. Now I'll do this command to see what package is already installed. And since this is newly created virtual environment, there is no package installed in this. So now I'll use pip install Django command to install Django. It will take some time. Okay, so now I get this message saying that successfully installed Django and few of its dependency. Now, since I'll be working with PostgreSQL, I have to install one of the drivers that we will use. So that is pip install psycopg2, psycopg2. Okay, so that is also done. Okay, now we'll create a Django app. Django admin start project. We'll give this a name, library. So I'll give this name, then I'll cd into this library. Now if I load this content of this folder, there is one file called manage.py. This file is important. We will be using this file to run all the administrative commands within our application. So once Django is created, we'll open this folder in Visual Studio Code or any other editor that you want. Okay, so here I have the initial setup that I get from Django installation, and I have this manage.py file. Now I'll run this server. So for that, I can manage.py run server. Okay, so now our server is running. So we'll go to pgadmin. We'll open schemas. I want to open all the tables that we have. So now we shouldn't have any table, and then we will run the migration and we should get all the tables. So now if I open this one, so we don't have any table information yet. So in one command prompt, my server is running. So what I will do is I'll open another instance and I will activate my virtual environment here so that I can work on the same environment. Once this is done, we will come to our settings file, and by default it gives us a setting to work with SQLite database. So basically we have to change this database connection to point it to our new PostgreSQL. So here in this database section, we have to change the settings to point it to our new database. So for that we will visit this link. It tells us how to add this database information so that we can point it to our Postgres database. So we'll take this engine name. So this will be our engine instead of SQLite 3. These informations are filled up. We will open command prompt and we will run the migration. Now all our migrations have run. So what we will do, we'll come to our database and we will refresh it. So that we can see our new table information. That is refreshing. Once this refresh is done, we should be able to see all these tables that Django gives out of the box. So I think it has created 10 tables: auth group, permission, auth user. Now we will run some SQL commands and we will see what information we have. So select star from we will use auth user, and we will run this. Now since we don't have any user, we should get an empty result set. Yeah, so we don't have any information. Now we will create the super user. So for that we will use manage.py and command create super user. So I will give it admin, okay, and admin at email.com, doesn't matter what email it is, and password. So when typing you cannot see the password, but actually it will take the password whatever you are typing. So we have to type it again. So it is saying too similar. That's fine, it is local system only. I'll say yes. I just created this super user. So now if I come here and if I come to admin, I will get this username and password field. So I will use this admin, whatever I have created, and I'll give the password. So now this is the Django admin management page. Now if we go back to our PG admin and run this query again, so now we didn't have any user. So now once we create this super user, we should see this entry here. We have got one entry, username is admin, and email and other informations are stored here.